Hello and welcome to another week of playing Pauper. This week's deck is a creatureless control deck in blue-red that uses the power of pieces of the puzzle to dig through the deck and find exactly what it needs at any given time. It comes to us from Magic Online user Martin Lovebo, who has 5-0'd I think 4 or 5 times with this deck so far, different variations of it. I reached out to him for some advice on how to play it, and let me tell you, it is very complicated. I'm going to do my best, hopefully we'll take it down. Let's look at the pieces of this deck. So first we have the counter magic. We have a full 10 counter spells in the deck. 4 counter spell, 1 logic knot, which is basically the strictly worst counter spell, but counts as counter spell number 5. 4 exclude, which can counter creature spells and gives us card advantage, and a single dispel. For the red cards in the deck, we have 2 dual shot, which take out small creatures such as from Delver or Elves or mono white tokens. And we also have 4 flame slash and 4 lightning bolt for larger targets. The deck also plays the full 4 flurry of horns as its win condition. The lightning bolts and flurry of horns are the only way to win in the main deck, so it's important that you don't run out of flurry of horns before you run out of cards in library. And finally we have the card advantage. We have 4 preordain, 4 accumulated knowledge, 4 pieces of the puzzle. Pieces of the puzzle is extremely powerful in this deck since we're not playing any creatures, only instant sorceries and lands. I ran the numbers, and for the main deck setup it is more likely to draw 5 instants and sorceries from which you may choose to than it is to reveal only 0 or 1 and not get your full value. The average is about 3.2 cards. It also has synergy with accumulated knowledge, since you can dump early accumulated knowledges into your graveyard with pieces of the puzzle to make future ones better. And finally, for even more card advantage and synergy with pieces of the puzzle, we have Deep Analysis. Being blue-red, we're playing 4 Swiftwater, 4 Boilerworks, a singleton Radiant Fountain can be picked up with Boilerworks, and a single Lonely Sandbar to cycle away if we don't need lands anymore. In the sideboard, we have an Electrickery to complement our dual shots for decks with plenty of 1-toughness creatures, 3 Gorilla Shaman against Affinity, 3 Hydroblast and 4 Pyroblast against the popular blue and red decks in the format. Along with green, they are the most popular colors you will see. And probably the most important sideboard slot, we have 4 Jace's Erasure. We can take out the Flurry of Horns and put in this card as an alternate win condition. If our opponent leaves in removal to kill the Minotaur tokens from Flurry of Horns, then they have dead cards in their deck when we move to a creatureless win condition in Jace's Erasure. It is unfortunately not an instant or sorcery, so you can't find it with pieces of the puzzle. And you also can't trigger it with pieces of the puzzle, but it's still generally good enough. Anyway, that's it for this very interesting control deck. Don't forget that you can send your deck list to me. Email them to me at pauper@mtggoldfish.com or tweet them to me at jakestylesmtg. I love to feature user-submitted decks on the channel, and I also love hearing your feedback. Alright, let's get to the matches and see how we do.